I'm in Idaho and I'm hunting for a legit hidden gem sports card store, not a tourist trap. Today we're visiting Ross Cards and Collectibles, and we'll get a tour of the shop, dig through some of their singles, look at their sealed product, and ideally make a PC purchase for myself at the end. Then I'm asking the folks at the store what sets them apart from other stores here in Idaho. Hey, I'm Logan, that sports cards guy, and I create videos about sports card stores, card shows, sports memorabilia, and sports card tips. So without further delay, let's head inside and check out Ross Cards. All right.
Hey, man.
Hey, there's Jacob. How's it going?
It's going good. How are you?
I'm doing well.
It's good to see you.
Nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you.
And thank you for welcoming us into the store and
of course
helping kind of showcase what you guys have to offer here. So,
absolutely.
So I mean, you've got a crazy store here.
Yeah.
You want to maybe just start with like the high level of the store? When did you open? You know, why did you guys open? What was your vision? That kind of thing.
Yeah. So we opened June of last year.
Okay.
And so we've almost been open a year. And our vision was man cave jewelry store. So we wanted people to walk in and see like their ideal vision of what they were hoping to see in a card shop and kind of what we dreamed of when we were kids collecting. So that was the goal.
Maybe do you want to give me a tour of the store, and then maybe like as we're doing that, you could kind of show me what the strategy is and how you laid it out.
Of course.
How you feel that your store is different, set apart from other card shops.
Absolutely. I think organization is a big thing that differentiates us from other shops you'll see, but when people walk in, they usually request a specific sport or athlete or positional player. And so first when you come in, we've got right out the gate, we've got our Boise State stuff, our Ashton Genty. That way when people come in, they get to see the local team favorite, Boise State football, and then anything else that's local. And then we've got some cards that are signed by some local guys that shop here that used to play for Boise State, or some kids that play sports locally. So got that. And then in our football here, this is like our $10 to $50 cards.
Okay.
And it's sorted by position, so quarterback, wide receivers, and tight ends. You got your running backs, and then all your miscellaneous kickers and defense and stuff over here on the bottom.
Got it.
And then each sports section has its new arrivals case. So it's like our corners, this is anything that comes in that's new goes here for a couple weeks, so people can come in, and if they come in a lot, they know that they head here to know that this is what's fresh.
Yeah. Hey, so you got some nice stuff there too. I see the Aaron Rodgers and the Barry Sanders and the Jordan Love downtown.
Yep,
like
this is the popular case hits and high-end autograph stuff. And then to your right, here's our vintage baseball. This is one of my favorite cases because when people come in, especially people that have been baseball fans their entire life, this is where the nostalgia is. This is where they can stop. You know, they bring in their grandkids to get Pokemon or new stuff, and they get to stop and just take in memories that they had as kids. And that's really cool to me.
That's
to
awesome.
be able to provide that.
You have it separated out.
Yeah.
I think most card shops, you don't see a lot of vintage. If you do, you might see, maybe one row worth.
Yep.
You've got, 3 and a corner, so almost six.
And then we have the bottom over there as well.
Oh, I see.
Which, those are just nicer cards, things that are nostalgia for people that come in, and all the old boxes and stuff that they would see when they were kids.
I see. No, those boxes, are they empty or do they have stuff in there?
They are empty, just for display, but we just like to, I tell people we sell nostalgia and memories.
Yeah.
And then we've got like our higher end baseball section, which is here, and then your, again, new arrivals for the baseball, and then our baseball section, this is our $5 to $50 baseball.
Separated by position.
Separated by position, pitchers, infielders, outfielders. And then we have people come in that ask for a lot of the same teams, which is your Dodgers, World Series champs. Since we're close to Seattle, lots of Mariners fans, lots of Cubs fans. And so this baseball section is just specifically Dodgers, Yankees, Mariners, Red Sox, and Cubs.
So basically the most sought after teams and also the local teams.
Right. The teams that we go through the most, we like to give those people their own section just to provide.
So we got plenty of singles.
Yeah.
Lots of singles.
Lots of singles, and then we've got our sealed vintage stuff here.
Okay.
Again, more nostalgia. People like to come in and rip stuff from their childhood. So we provide that stuff as well, down to the sealed garbage pail kids stuff.
That is cool.
And then the highlight when people walk in is like everybody that walks in immediately walks to that Shaq shoe. And
Yeah.
goes, what? Shaq wore a size 22? So that's a really cool one. But this is kind of the eye-catching stuff. We got that's a Scottie Pippen full game-worn outfit. It's down to the socks are tucked in the shoes.
Oh my gosh.
So we got the date that it was used. So just cool stuff that people like to check out when they first walk in the store. As you look around, we have all of our sealed boxes.
Okay.
We are direct with Topps, Panini, Upper Deck, so we get all the newest products that are released, and it's separated by sport. So you got all your football, all your baseball here. This is all the multi-sport stuff, soccer, WWE, tennis, hockey, and then you've got basketball over there on the far right. So we have stuff that's lasts 6 months to a year. The older stuff we usually put here, which would be like your 80s and 90s. But then we also like to have a good selection of like stuff over the past 10 years. So if someone collects a specific player and they want to pull their card, they get the opportunity to do that.
Got it. Okay. Okay, cool. And then I see you've got like the blasters and the retail stuff
out of the
behind
cases. Yeah, easy access.
Got the nice stuff behind the cases.
Yep.
Mostly the hobby stuff.
And then this is basketball. And then this is our market to mint grading service. So when people come in, they're able to just pack up their cards and send them out for grading. Makes their life and our life really easy.
Awesome. Okay, so you submit on their behalf, basically.
Absolutely, yeah. We send things in for people every day of the week, just so they can get their cards graded. That company does all the paperwork, makes life easy for them.
I see. Okay, cool.
And then back part of the store here, we've got like our open boxes here with the single packs.
Oh, okay.
We've got some more blaster boxes. We've got our basketball card selection here.
I see you got a section of Jordans and Kobe's and other 90s here.
Yep. Those certain people, when they collect basketball, they either like the modern stuff or they like the 90s Jordan era stuff. We got our graded basketball, our basketball singles here. Here's our new arrivals section. We just had a card show, so this one's picked pretty clean.
Oh, okay. What card show did you go to?
We had the Boise card show. It was last Saturday.
Okay.
This is all of our multi-sport. We got hockey on the top, all your wrestling and UFC on the middle, and then soccer and golf on the bottom. And then we have our cheap slab section. Some people like to buy cheaper slabs, so anything under like 40 bucks we just set out. And then some high-end football over here in your supplies.
Awesome. You got everything.
We got it all. Your cases, we've got our value bins down here.
Nice, okay. Separated by
sport.
Sport, okay.
And so we want to be a one-stop shop for all your card collecting needs. So.
And then I see you have Pokemon and non-sports back there as well.
Yep,
so
we gave Pokemon their own section.
Pretty much everything you can think of?
Everything you can think of is here in one spot, and we take pride in that, for sure.
All right, we'll go back there and check it out maybe after we have a quick sit down and maybe get to ask you some questions.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Awesome. All right, so Jacob gave us the tour. We're gonna actually zoom in to some of the cards and the cases to show you exactly what is in these cases, because I've just been looking around and there are some really cool cards here. But here you can see, as we saw, organized by position. And these are really singles, some inserts, parallels. You will see some autographs, as you can see right there, that Craig Morton there. But mostly lower end cards. You can see the price points. Same thing again. You could see, Bryce Young, see Drake May. You got plenty of Patrick Mahomes and Jalen Hurts, Joe Theismann there, Andre Ware. And over here, wide receivers. Again, each case looks like it has about 3 levels. Looks like you got a section of Jerry Rice right here. All right, and over here we have running backs and defensive O-line there.
You ready?
And here's the O-line. So I noticed the Deion Sanders rookie right there, but Randy White, Pinnacle inscriptions, that's pretty cool. Here's some new arrivals, some higher end stuff. So you'll notice, nice thing here is the Jordan Love Downtown, CJ Stroud black there. Look at the Marcus Allen, that's really nice. A couple color blasts from Phoenix. That's a really nice Aaron Rodgers flawless autograph. Jackson Dart, Uptown. Jordan Love auto. It's nice stuff. Cam Scadaboo. Look at that Barry Sanders. That is a nice Barry Sanders from Master Collection. Then we have a Derrick Henry downtown. Tim Brown autograph. Roger Staubach, Honored Ink autograph. Got Xavier Worthy there. Romeo Dobbs. And then we got some slabs down here. Irving Fryer, flawless. That's pretty nice. Emmitt Smith, score supplemental. We're not going to zoom in too much because we don't do a lot of baseball, but this is all baseball. This is nice baseball. All baseball here. We have this case here. This case, again, new arrivals. We have this case there. And this case here. Again, grouped by position. And that's all your baseball. There's quite a lot of baseball. What's special about this case, these two cases, it's all vintage. Now it is mostly baseball, not all baseball, but I mean you can see there Mickey Mantle, Bob Clemente, Hank Aaron. This is good stuff. Another Bob Clemente there. Some really nice vintage. Pete Rose. And it's the slabs, more slabs on top. These are all just ungraded, raw. And then over here, again, mostly baseball, but there are some non-baseball we'll see on the second row. Billy Martin, Johnny Bench, Roberto Clemente, more Hank Aaron. So there's some really nice stuff. Especially if you like vintage. It's not a whole lot, 2 cases, but it's a lot more than most card shops have. And here's some basketball. Walt Frazier, you got a Walt Frazier from 69 Topps. It's the same year as the Lou Alcindor rookie. And then 1972 Topps Roger Staubach has a good 2.5 auto 10. So that's really, really good. Captain America. Hey, Jim Brown rookie card. PSA 1.5. And then more baseball down here. We have some more football in that case. We have basketball here. The cool thing here is this whole top row is all Jordan. All Michael Jordan. And you'll notice some of these. I mean, some of them are expensive, 50 bucks, but some, $5. It's kind of a mix of everything. Someone can have a lot of fun coming through here and searching. And then we got Kobe Bryant. That makes so much sense. It wouldn't be complete without Kobe Bryant over here. And then there are some non-Kobe Bryant like Jermaine O'Neal. Let's see. It's like Tim Duncan back there. And then at the bottom here, there's, again, more. Magic Johnson, John Starks there, Dirk Nowitzki. We've got LeBron there, Gary Payton, Dwayne Wade, more Dirk. Good stuff from like the 90s. A lot of stuff from the 90s. And then here's some slabs, some nice graded stuff. From 86, 87 Fleer. This is mostly mid-end to low-end, in the range of 20 to 60 bucks, but there is a nice 1961 Fleer Elgin Baylor in a PSA 6. It's a nice card. So feel free to pause any of this if I'm going too fast, if you see anything you like. And then some nice basketball over here that I would be interested in. The Steve Kerr, that's nice. The James Worthy, that's pretty cool. Paul Gasol. Got Amen Thompson there. Charles Barkley draft class, that's cool. Some nice LeBrons, here's some Shaden Sharps. Tyrese Maxey there. And more down here. Got a Bronny James right in front there. Paige Buckers, and Caitlin Clark, Slavs back there. Cameron Brink there. So yeah, WNBA in the bottom. And then over here is hockey. So all hockey on top here. You have UFC. Fighting. All right, and then on the bottom we have soccer. Not a huge selection of soccer, but more than most stores have. And then last here, more football. So you have some nice stuff. You have JSN. You have a Ricky Pearsall, 101. Is that Jake Hayner? Can't really tell. Daniel Jones. You have Brian Thomas Jr. Hey, that's pretty cool. Cam Ward. So nice displays over here as well. Some nice CD Lambs there. The Bo Nix, look at that. Red Sparkle, PSA 10. Calvin Johnson, that's a nice card. Caleb Williams, another nice CD Lamb, number 1 of 5. Jackson Dart, Jaden Daniels, and then more cheaper stuff in the middle here. So that's all the singles. So there were 4 cards specifically that I was interested in. The Roger Staubach Flawless Autograph, the Barry Sanders Master Collection, and the 2 basketball cards, the James Worthy and the Steve Kerr. So we'll see if we can get a deal done on those, complete our PC purchase. And of course the craziest thing here is this, Kobe Bryant autograph shoes. Number 4 of 8, that is crazy, and it is, so it's PSA authenticated. Both shoes are autographed. That is crazy. You have Shaq size 22 shoe, right there. That is epic. George H.W. Bush photograph. Wax packs.
Never heard of the guy.
We have 2 Ashton Genty. Looks like it's a super refractor 1 of 1, 2 of them. One's a Rambling Man, and one looks like the First Bowman. Yeah, First Bowman, $5 grand and $18 grand. And you have these videos, VHS it looks like. You had Michael Jordan up top here. You have a signed jersey of Scottie Pippen down here. And then sneakers, game used. So the jersey is signed, the rest of the uniform is just game used. And then Joe Namath. And then as you see, riddled with memorabilia. Dan Marino, Bo Jackson, Larry Bird, Sean Kemp, Magic Johnson, Gary Payton, John Stockton, Shaquille O'Neal. All right, Jacob, so really appreciate you giving us that tour. You got an amazing shop here.
Of course.
It's beautiful. All the pieces you have, all the memorabilia, the cards, all that. It's really, really well laid out. So I think any of my viewers would really enjoy being able to be here in person. I think the folks who are watching, the video, some burning questions they always have are like some details about running a card shop and how hard or easy or what are the roadblocks or what sells well and so forth. So we have a handful of questions for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think we start with What sells the best in your whole store? You have lots of stuff, wax, you retail and hobby, you have singles, you have memorabilia. What does the best for you guys?
I think it's tough to answer that question because in this hobby, everyone collects so differently. People like their singles, people like to chase a big hit and rip. I think what we are constantly refilling the most is probably the sealed product.
Okay.
We go through a lot of sealed Pokemon. We go through and then whatever sport happens to be the active sport right now, like we're in baseball season, so we go through a lot of sealed baseball product, a lot of baseball singles, but we try to make sure that we have something available for everybody just based on how they collect.
Is there any particular sport that does better than the others, or is it just purely based on the season?
I would say football's probably the top around here. Is like we're always constantly going through football. It seems like the case hits in football are the most popular for people that buy singles. So we go through a lot of football singles and case hits. And then I would say baseball right now is super popular with the season starting. And then basketball is just getting into the playoffs, so it's been very popular too. So it's a popular time for all three major sports right now.
Okay, cool. Well, given that, like, what would you tell my viewers about what it takes to actually make money running a store? Because I mean, some stores aren't necessarily super profitable.
Yeah.
You know, so like, how do you guys make sure that you're making your margins?
Our most important thing that I like to focus on is the experience that people get when they come in. Because I want them, we are transparent as possible and communicate openly with them so they don't think we're trying to take advantage or just sell them one-time experiences, right? We want people to enjoy the hobby as much as we do. And so when they come in, I feel like our customer service kind of sets us apart, and as long as you've got people that feel comfortable coming in here and purchasing from us, that's how we can continue to generate revenue, is just based on a positive experience and people want to spend their time here. And then we're very transparent with our purchasing. We show people what their cards sell for, and then we buy at 70% of that. So that gives people the opportunity to get cash right away. And then also all of our stickers are right at what the cards are selling for.
I see.
And so they don't have to worry about big markups. And so I think that gives people the confidence that we are going to sell them the cards close to what they could buy them on eBay, not having to worry about it coming through the mail, inspect the cards to see what condition they're in. So I think it just, that peace of mind aspect and having a good experience when you come in is a good revenue, a way to generate revenue. And then also our live streams, where people can come in and be a part of the experience when maybe they can't make it to the shop. And then they have a chance to interact with each and every one of us and have a fun experience. Opening product that way or getting a hold of the cards.
I did see you have a studio back there.
Yeah.
So is that like live streaming on like TikTok? Or?
We do live streaming on Whatnot right now.
Whatnot,
We've only been open a year. We have other things we're going to open a TikTok. We've got other avenues that we're exploring. We just want to make sure that we are that one-stop shop or easy access place to get into the hobby. And especially for this region.
Yeah, that makes sense. And is it just singles? You're not doing any breaking?
We do, right now it's just breaking. Or we'll go on and do nights where we do personal boxes, where we'll basically walk people around the shop. They get to pick and choose what products they want to open, and we just open them for them on the live stream. And then most people that we either ship it directly to their house or they come into the shop and pick it up when they have time.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah. Lots of different ways.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, and obviously you mentioned that you're direct, so you're not necessarily going to a distributor, you're going directly to the manufacturers.
It depends. We do get stuff from distributors as well if it's popular products. We will try to reorder so that people can get access to stuff that maybe they missed out on release day. But overall, we do usually on release days get direct product first.
Okay, awesome. So what do you think is the best part, the part you love the most about running this store, and what's the hardest part?
The best part about working here is, as you see, we've got a couple kids in here shopping right now. This is what I love to do with my dad when I was a kid. And so my favorite part for me is just making the kids stay. They come in, they got a favorite player they're looking for, making sure that they get into that, or we like to give a lot of stuff away to kids. Like yesterday was National Hockey Day, and so they sent us some hockey packs to give out. So we were giving out packs to all the different kids that came in and hockey fans, and that's probably my favorite part, is just making the day of the kids that come in, or when they walk through the door, seeing how clean and open and bright and nice it is in here. It's all, you always see that first time shock and the face light up. That's my favorite part of the whole thing, definitely. I would say the hardest part for me is that even though we do have a large selection and we have a lot of stuff, there's a lot of people that we can't meet their needs. When they come in, we try to do our best, but there's certain sets people are putting together that maybe we don't have the card supply for, or a specific box that's been so popular recently that we sell out of them quick, and we have a hard time getting back in stock. So sometimes we have to, in the nicest way possible, kind of let people down on what they're specifically looking for, but we also like to provide options on where they can find that stuff.
All right. This is a big operation.
Yeah.
It's a big store. The back room too, with the Pokemon and all that. How many employees do you guys have, and do you feel, are you guys in a situation where you're properly staffed, or are you still looking to hire more people?
We have 4 full-time employees, and then we have a few part-time guys that are either they come in to help us in situations when necessary, or they have specific nights like helping with the breaking, or if we need someone to cover when there's a card show, we have things for that. I think we right now are staffed perfectly for what we get, because over the past year we've experienced the super rushes and the slow days, and we've been able to balance schedules based on those. So I feel like we have the support when necessary, or we're able to communicate, hey, we think it's going to be a busier day, and we can get a guy in here that we have confidence is going to cover and do well.
Got it.
It's also the quality of employees that we have. We have guys that are passionate about the hobby, and they love being here, and I think that's the biggest hurdle, is once you have guys that love being here, it's just leveraging their strengths to make sure that they are working to their full potential and doing the things they enjoy, so that it's fun every single day. And I think that customers feel that when they come in and they deal with the guys in the Pokemon section. They're experts, they love Pokemon, they deal with us out here in sports, and I've been collecting sports cards for 30 years, so I'm very passionate about it. I feel like I'm very knowledgeable on the stuff that we deal with, and so that just makes it fun. So I think we're good on employees and what they bring, and as we grow, we already have people in mind that will help us with the next step if we need it, but right now we're in a good spot.
Awesome. Well, what do you think is the biggest cost that goes into a store like this? Is it the rent? Is it the products? Is it the employees?
I don't deal too much with the overhead of that. The owner, Jake, he usually deals with a lot of that stuff. I know that purchasing the sealed product, that's probably our biggest thing that we have to deal with, is because getting the sealed product in is not always the cheapest aspect of the job, but it's also the most important, because that's what brings people in, is they want access to the newest products. They want to see what's being hyped up online and be able to come into our shop and get it.
Got it.
And so that's definitely the most important aspect. But again, the owner, Jake, he handles a lot of that and makes sure that we're always freshly stocked with cool and interesting things. And when there's a lull in new products coming out, he's getting us past stuff that just keeps people excited that they can come in and see. And we take a lot of pride in having stuff that you don't see on the shelf every day for sealed product that people can come in from out of state and find and be excited about.
Awesome. Okay. Well, I think that kind of wraps up the questions we have. I think this maybe where we want to leave it with our viewers is, what advice might you have to my viewers who might be a range of collectors, might be a new collector, might be someone who's in the hobby, but generally for collectors?
Absolutely. My biggest advice that I give to newer collectors, especially when they come in, is do a lot of research. I like to watch, I still to this day, even collecting after 30 years, do watch YouTube videos of people opening product or purchasing cards at card shows, or doing things that I don't normally get to experience, and then that way I can see what aspects of the hobby I like before I go and dump a bunch of money into it. because I see people come in and they'll be very gung-ho about getting into the hobby, and they'll spend a lot of money with really no direction out the gate, and it'll burn them out real quick, and then they immediately have to take a break. And so it's important to me that when someone comes in and they're new to the hobby, that they come in and they make wise decisions, and that they find stuff they're interested out the gate instead of immediately just going straight to spending, and then finding an aspect of the hobby that they enjoy, whether it's buying singles for their favorite teams or buying cards they think are going to increase in value over time, or opening products that have the eye appeal that they're looking for, or that have the opportunity to get players or card designs that they're looking for. So I think the most important advice when you're getting into this hobby or you're trying to maintain this hobby is being smart with your money and doing your research before you spend. And then that way you're setting yourself up for success instead of just dumping a bunch of money and getting turned off within a month of starting the hobby. So.
I guess the point is you can collect however you want to collect, and if you want to go after the big $1,000 boxes, you can, but is that sustainable?
If it's sustainable for you, awesome. If that's how you love to collect, do it. But if you want to have a hobby that's going to be a long-term, maybe side revenue for you, then you definitely want to do a lot of research. And that's something that we take pride in around here too, is people call us all the time of, do you think this is a good deal? Do you think I should pick this card up? What do you think this card's valued at? And we always promote people, even if you plan on not spending money in the shop, come in and ask. Pick our brains. Like, we're here to help in every aspect of the hobby, to help educate you from experiences we've had, to help avoid hurdles. So.
As we were looking at some of the cards, there were a handful of cards that we were really interested in, so maybe we can go and see if we can get a deal on them. So.
I'm excited to see what you like to collect.
Right. One of my two favorites here was the Barry Sanders Master Collection and the Roger Staubach Honored Ink.
We got the Barry here, one of my favorite players of all time, being a Lions fan. And then you said the Staubach.
Yep, right there.
This one right here.
Yep. The other two were basketball over in that case over there.
I will follow you over there.
All right, so it was the James Worthy.
Okay.
And the Steve Kerr.
You like those classic players, huh?
I love the Hall of Famers. I'm big on Hall of Famers. I mean, like I'm a Cowboys fan.
Right.
And I don't really collect CeeDee Lamb or Dak Prescott. You know, I'll collect guys who are kind of proven themselves, but are kind of out of the game. Like I will collect Zeke just because he was awesome for the team. But you know, more players like Emmitt Smith and Troy Aikman and stuff like that. So
that's funny because when I was getting into collecting, I was a big Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders fan. To this day, I still love running back. My very first autograph I pulled with my dad was an Emmitt Smith.
Oh, really?
And
that's awesome.
So that's the card that I'll have in my collection forever out of 90, I think it was 92, 93 Pro Set. Way back in the day.
That's awesome.
So cool. I told my wife to bury me with that card.
All right, so the Staubach I saw, the last sale was 200, but then I think like a month before that was 145.
Okay.
So I feel like the average is closer to 175.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think the Barry I saw between 215 and 235 range. So that's kind of what I'm seeing on the values there. The Steve Kerr, I think I saw last sale was 40.
Okay.
And then the James Worthy, I think I saw it average around 150.
Okay.
I'm wondering if we're thinking about like value wise, would you have to be at value, or could you give me some kind of discount, like let's say 90% or 90% of value?
So it really depends on the card. If it's somebody that like Shohei Ohtani, Jordan, Kobe, those guys sell all day long at sticker prices, and vintage baseball, since it's hard to even acquire much of those 50s, 60s cards anymore. We're usually pretty firm on sticker on those. But on things like this, where the prices still fluctuate and the cards are still showing up, we definitely are flexible. And that's the good thing about the percentage that we buy at, is we do have that wiggle room to kind of meet people's needs. And normally when people come in and they want to get obviously a larger lot, higher value lot, we do give some wiggle room. So as you were saying, like in the 175 range on that seems fair to me.
Yeah, so if I were to think in like comps at 175, I would say like 90% would be like, what's that, 160? It's a 160. So I was wondering, like, could you do 160 on that? This one ranges right around 220 average between the two, and so maybe at 90% would be like 200. This one at 40 that's simple, like 35 basically at 90% comps. And then this one at 150 would be like 135 at 90% comps. And so let me know if you think those are numbers you can get close to.
So normally with these, the sticker that you see
Yep.
is what we valued the card at when we
Okay.
purchased it.
Okay.
So we like to be within the 90% range normally
Yep,
of
yep.
that sticker value.
Got it, okay.
We will look at comps because obviously prices change all the time.
Yep.
And some guys we buy high and then their value diminishes, so we're able to adjust based on comp. But on these guys, we usually like to stay within that 90% of sticker because normally, since we have not a terrible markup, we try to stay within that range. But as you said, like if this one is within like the 150 to 200, we can split the difference.
Okay.
This one, if it's up to 235, I would feel comfortable at the 225.
Okay.
This one, the 40's fine.
Okay.
And then this one at the 145, 150 range. would
Okay.
probably be where
Okay.
I wanna be at.
So I think this one at 175 would be fine.
Okay.
Let me think about this one.
Okay.
So 175 on that one, call it like 145
Yep.
on that one. And then I think we said 40
Yep.
on this one. So that's 185 plus 175, which is like 350. That's 360.
360, yep.
If I'm doing my math correctly, 360. And then we're talking about 225. Could you get to 210 on this guy with all these guys?
We do 220?
220.
Yeah. Come up $10?
Yeah. You split the difference at 215?
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Okay. Awesome. All right. So we were at, do the math again.
It was
360, right?
360,
460, 475.
475.
We're going to check that math, but
Yeah,
475.
we'll double check, but I
Okay.
think we're right there.
All right. Appreciate it, Jacob.
Of course.
Yeah, so my math was off. It wasn't 475, it was 575, but we did get the deal done. So here we go. Roger Staubach, number to 15, flawless. The upper deck, Steve Kerr. That is a really cool card. Barry Sanders, Master Collection.
Do you want a bag or you just want
That's a nice card, 215. And then James Worthy at 145. So appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Yes. Okay, yeah, we want to leave it with also, how do people find you online when it comes to the breaks, the website, Instagram, all that stuff?
We are on Instagram, Ross Cards Idaho. We are on Facebook with Ross Cards Idaho. And then we break on Whatnot for Ross Cards and collectibles.
Okay. And you have a website?
We do. We're not super active in updating it. Most of our communication's done through Instagram.
Okay,
So all of
cool.
our new product releases and cards that come in and things, or any updates to the shop, you can find on Instagram.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right, we're going to go back here and check out the Pokemon and non-sports. And as Jacob mentioned, they do have a recording studio here for their Whatnot breaks. So pretty cool back here. Same kind of setup with these vertical display cases, graded cards, raw cards, Pokemon, mostly Pokemon here. And then you have over here, you have anime cards. So you have Boa Hancock from One Piece. You got a lot of One Piece there. Pretty cool. And then you have even entertainment. So again, non-sports on Pokemon, but like Star Wars and Disney. They have Marvel here. Again, more Disney. Of course, it's not complete without X-Men cards. And they do have play space here. Organized play space. And then all of the wax is in the back, all of the Pokemon wax. And you can see back there they have MTG, Topps Chrome, Superman, Marvel, pretty much everything. So if you're in the area, you definitely have to check out this store. Even if you don't like sports cards, if you like Pokemon, they have plenty here. All right, guys, so that's going to do it. I really appreciate you watching the video. Let me know what you thought about the video in the comments. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. There's a number of ways you can support me and the channel. You can actually sign up to Card Ladder. That's the app I use to do all my comps and do deals with. You can sign up to that using my affiliate link, and I will get 20% of your lifetime revenue. So that's pretty significant. If you haven't done that yet, I would really appreciate it if you use my affiliate link. It's going to be right here. Another way you can support me is by joining my memberships. I do have them live on YouTube for as little as $2.99 a month. I get 70% of that revenue, so it's a good way to directly support me. But of course, you don't have to support me directly in a monetary way to support me. You can watch more of my videos, You can hit that like button, you can comment, you can subscribe, you can share my videos. All of that will really help the YouTube algorithm bring me to more viewers out there. So again, guys, I really appreciate you watching the video, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye now.